New York City, 1977. The air was thick, heavy with humidity and fear. A killer stalked the streets. Young couples weren't safe. The grip of terror tightened with each passing night. No one knew who would be next. The newspapers called him the .44 caliber killer. He used a .44 caliber revolver. The bullets tore through his victims. His motive? Unknown. The city that never sleeps was losing sleep. Fear was the only constant. David Berkowitz, a name that would forever be etched in the annals of crime. Born in Brooklyn, 1953, he was adopted, his childhood troubled. He was prone to angry outbursts, he set fires, he tortured animals. Berkowitz craved attention, he felt invisible, he joined the army, served in Korea. The army couldn't tame the darkness within him. He returned to New York, more adrift than ever. His descent into madness was beginning. It started in the sweltering summer of 1976. Two young women were shot in a quiet neighborhood. One of them miraculously survived, but the other tragically lost her life. The city was left in shock. The city felt a tremor of fear ripple through its streets. Then more attacks followed. More innocent victims fell prey to the unknown assailant. The sense of dread grew with each passing day. The .44 caliber killer, as he came to be known, was getting bolder with each attack. He left a chilling note at one of the crime scenes. The note was addressed to Captain Joseph Borelli, the lead investigator on the case. "Mr. Borelli, sir, I am deeply hurt by your calling me a women hater," he wrote in a disturbing tone. The letter was filled with misspellings and strange ramblings. He signed it ominously, Son of Sam. The media frenzy exploded overnight. Headlines screamed about the mysterious killer, and newsrooms were thrown into chaos. The name stuck. Son of Sam. It became a household name whispered in hushed tones across the city. A name whispered in fear, a name that haunted the dreams of New Yorkers. The name Son of Sam sent shivers down the spines of New Yorkers. People began locking their doors and windows, afraid to venture out at night. The city that never sleeps was gripped by a reign of terror. Section 4, Cornered. The NYPD was under immense pressure. The city had been gripped by fear for months, and the public demanded answers. The city was on edge. Every shadow seemed to hide a potential threat, and every noise made people jump. Every cop worked around the clock. They sacrificed sleep and time with their families, driven by a relentless pursuit of justice. They had to catch this guy. The pressure was mounting, and the stakes were higher than ever. They pored over every clue, every shell casing. Each piece of evidence was meticulously analyzed, hoping to find the breakthrough they needed. Every word of his rambling letters. The letters were filled with taunts and cryptic messages, adding to the frustration and urgency. They were determined to stop him. A parking ticket, a seemingly insignificant detail. But in this case, it was the key to solving the puzzle. It placed Berkowitz's car at the scene of the last shooting. This small piece of evidence connected the dots. He was found in his car. The moment of truth had arrived, and the officers approached with caution. A .44 caliber revolver on the passenger seat. The weapon that had caused so much pain and fear. The Son of Sam's reign of terror was over. The city could finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that justice had been served. Section 5, Justice Served. The courtroom was packed. Berkowitz seemed emotionless. He pled guilty. He claimed a demon possessed his neighbor's dog. The dog commanded him to kill. The judge wasn't buying it. He sentenced Berkowitz to 25 years to life for each murder. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief. But the scars of his crimes remained. The Son of Sam became a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. Section 6, Legacy of Fear. This chapter delves into the lasting impact of one of New York City's most infamous criminals. David Berkowitz, also known as the Son of Sam, remains behind bars to this day, serving multiple life sentences for his heinous crimes. In prison, Berkowitz has undergone a transformation. He now identifies as a born-again Christian, spending his days in prayer and reflection. He claims to feel deep remorse for his actions, often writing letters of apology to the families of his victims. Despite his claims of remorse, the memory of his brutal crimes continues to haunt the city of New York, casting a long shadow over its streets. The Son of Sam case fundamentally changed the city. It instilled a sense of fear and paranoia, making people wary of their surroundings. Residents began to question their safety, taking extra precautions like locking doors and windows, and staying indoors after dark. The case also had a significant impact on law enforcement, particularly in the field of criminal profiling. It highlighted the importance of behavioral analysis in catching criminals, leading to advancements in investigative techniques. The name David Berkowitz remains synonymous with evil, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk within. His story serves as a stark reminder that monsters can hide in plain sight, blending into the fabric of everyday life,